There once existed a secret society that was meant to disappear from history. Erased, forbidden, forgotten. And yet, we keep coming back to it. Illuminati. It is said they were only a brief episode. A secret society founded in 1776 in the city of Ingolstadt. Its founder was Adam Weishaupt, a professor of law who wanted to change the world. Not by force, but through ideas. His goal was not control, but freedom from control. The church, monarchy, absolute power. He wanted to replace all of it with reason. And perhaps that is exactly why he was considered so dangerous. The Illuminati were officially banned in 1785 by the Bavarian government under the rule of Charles Theodore. The reason was growing fear of their influence, their secret structures, and ideas that challenged both the church and the established order. Documents disappeared. Members were silenced. The society was dissolved. The story was supposed to end, but it didn't, because some ideas don't die. They simply change form, and perhaps even their name. Because when something truly changes the way people think, it cannot simply be erased. Ideas spread, they adapt, and sometimes they outlive those who created them. And this is where the question begins, one that still lingers today. Did the Illuminati really disappear? Or did they simply stop being seen? The Illuminati were not just a group of ideas. They were a structure, a hierarchy, a system where each member knew only what they needed to know. They used code names. They advanced through ranks. And new members were not chosen at random. They sought those with influence, education, the ability to shape others. And that leads to another question that still has no clear answer. How far did they reach? Did they attempt to infiltrate the most powerful institutions of their time? Even the church? Even the Vatican itself? There is no clear evidence, but their goal was clear: to weaken the structures that had shaped the world for centuries. And if they wanted to change the system, they first had to understand it, and perhaps from within. Symbols are a language, and sometimes they outlive their creators. Look at the American dollar bill, an eye watching from above. A symbol known as the Eye of Providence. Beneath it, a pyramid, unfinished. 13 layers, the top separated. Officially, it represents God, providence. But why a pyramid? Why unfinished? Some believe it represents a structure of power, a foundation. And those who stand at the top, and the eye, the one that sees everything, yet remains unseen. Not all symbols associated with the Illuminati have a clear origin. Some appeared long after their disappearance. Others were interpreted only in hindsight. And that is what makes them more than just historical traces. Perhaps the question is not which symbols are real, but how much meaning we have assigned to them. But symbols are not only on paper. Some believe they are built directly into cities. For example, Washington, D.C. From above, its streets are said to form geometric patterns, lines, angles, shapes that only make sense if you know where to look. Coincidence? Or a design visible only from a certain perspective? History remembers names that appear again and again. George Washington, Napoleon Bonaparte, men who stood in positions of power, men surrounded by questions. Nothing has ever been definitively proven, yet nothing has ever fully disappeared. And perhaps that is the most intriguing part of all. Not the evidence, but the lack of it. Because true power does not need to be seen. It does not need a symbol or a name. It only needs to shape direction. Today, The Illuminati may no longer exist as the society they once were in the 18th century. There may be no lists of members, no secret meetings in dark rooms. Perhaps. But the idea, that remains. The idea that the world is not shaped only by what we see, that there are layers, structures, influences that remain hidden. Perhaps they no longer have a name. Perhaps they are not hiding. Perhaps they are right in front of us. And perhaps the most important question is a different one. Not whether the Illuminati exist, but whether we would even recognize them, if they did.